So when things really got good for me, and I think a lot of people that I know who are like extremely happy with their life, when I really stop giving a fuck. Like when you really like don't care about what people think of you, how people feel about you, what people think about your plans or your actions. When you genuinely just stop caring because their opinion truly does not matter, when you like realize that's when your like true happiness come out. Like a lot of people ask me like, damn, like you so happy all the time, like like you always enjoying life and this and that. And it wasn't always like that. I used to actually care about what people thought, and before I did something, I thought like, damn, what would this person, think if I did this, or what would this person say if I did this. I do so much. I do so many things that are unacceptable to our society, that it's kind of ridiculous. If I mean, and you don't like you don't have to tell people what you do, how you operate in life. This you just don't have to. It's not their business. And you know it, it's this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. When you read that book, it is completely life changing. And also, to mention like the 48 Laws of Power, a lot of people look at that as a very deceitful book, like how to like use people. And in some ways it is, but in another way, if you read it and you really pay attention to what Robert Greene is talking about, you'll see that you take advantage of opportunities that you have. Like a lot of people, they just care so much about what other people think, it stops them from living life. A lot of people don't even know why they are not happy, and they're not happy not because of something specifically that they're doing or something that's going wrong in their life. Because the only thing that's really going wrong in their life is they won't let themselves be happy because they're worried about what someone else will say or think, or who someone else will tell, about what they did. So what? It just doesn't matter. I'm going to use this as an example. Like prostitutes. There's so many more prostitutes out here in this world than you think. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. The fact that somebody want to sell their goods, and I'm talking men and women, not just women, is men too out there selling goods. If you want to sell your goods, hey, do what you do, because 90% of the people that's doing it, you don't even know that they're doing it. But it is a large number of people doing it. And again, it's no one's business who they selling their parts to, but or they services to, I should say, their services to. But like that's where you find out like really how judgmental the world is. Like if, let's say, you went on social media, right, and told people that you were selling your services, the first thing that come to mind is, shit, who's gonna see this? Is my family gonna see this? That's the one of the biggest parts, is people's family. Like they don't want their family to find out what they're doing. And because like the, what do you call it, the fans only pages and stuff like that, like a lot of girls have those open. And that's how they make their little side money or whatever, like twerking online, with no panties on or whatever. And like a lot of people are super, like I said, 90, probably even more than 90% of the people who do that stuff, like they keep it hidden, they keep it like away from people who know them. And that's kind of understandable in a way. But like if people did not care what other people thought of them, people would be so much happier. Everyone would be so much happier. When you see these people like that, they get talked about who jumping around, they always happy, and people are like, oh, they can't be that happy, they're faking it and stuff like that. I was called a faker before for being happy, and it's like I'm just enjoying life. Like every single part of it, all the stuff that I do that's unacceptable to people, all the stuff that I do that is acceptable. You know, it's like, how would you judge a person? How would you judge a person? Am I going to put myself in? I ain't gonna use myself in this, but let's say, like, okay, so like, a lot of people think that know me personally know that I do stuff that is unacceptable to society. So the fact that I do stuff that's unacceptable to society, I don't care. If I did care, I'd be a fucking wreck right now. And the fact that I have like a goal of building like miniature housing for homeless people still wouldn't negate the stuff that society doesn't accept. There's a lot, like, just because you're doing something that's unacceptable or that people don't accept or people think is wrong or people think is illegal, just because you're doing that stuff doesn't mean that you don't have a good heart. Okay, do you think the girls who are twerking naked on OnlyFans, do you think that they are going to hell and they're super bad people because they're doing that? And they use some of the money that they have and donate to charities and shit like that, to like St. Jude's Children's Hospital and stuff like that. Like, do you think that that's bad money, that money shouldn't be given to a charity just because it was made the way that it was made? Like, it makes no sense. I think, you make your money. I know drug dealers, big time drug dealers, who have given like more than half the money that they made to charity. You would never expect that from a drug dealer. Never. And it's not something that they make public either. This is something that I know, but it's not something that is like public. I mean, they don't want to be out in the public anyway because they're drug dealing. But like, well, churches and charities, like, they don't know where the money is coming from, and neither do individuals who are on social media. Like, my message is just do what you want to do, as long as it doesn't get you like killed and like in harm's way. Like, I think I spoke to someone about, like, and this was something I was highly disagreed with on, but about like the legalization of, because they talk about like that this girl, she got killed, she was on Craigslist, and they had that the private one, what they were selling coochie on there, and this girl ended up dead or whatever. And then I thought about it. I was like, this kind of brings back a point that I talked about before. Like, if you legalize something like that, I mean, aside from the money that the government will be getting, because it's definitely a $1 billion industry, the fact that in a lot of places around the world, they have legalized prostitution, and they put them in what do you call it, brothels. And then the brothels, make sure, they get tested, and then, everyone's clean. And if you come in there fucking high and drunk, you're not gonna like come in there doing nothing stupid, because then they're gonna put your ass out. So it's, and then it's all regulated. Like, no one gets hurt. No one, like, who's gonna get fucking snatched from a brothel where like there's government cameras all over the fucking place? Like, it just doesn't happen. And it takes a lot of people off the streets, and I don't know. It's just, I have a different view on a lot of things, and a lot of people have, of course, are against the views that I have. Even the fact that I want to build like miniature housing for homeless people and like veterans and shit like that. Like, a lot of people, you'd be surprised, do not agree with that. They like, nah, that doesn't make sense. Like, they have mental illnesses and they want to live on the street. I'm pretty sure if they had somewhere inside to go at nighttime when it's 40 degrees outside, that they're going to take that spot, like that heated, ventilated spot where they can lay down and have something soft to lay down and be protected from the elements. So, all right, I'm done. This video, my videos always go like to 9 minutes. I can definitely keep going, but I'm gonna stop right there. But yeah, that's one of my goals. I can't wait to actually do that. I am gonna build miniature housing. I'm working on my wealth right now. I'm gonna build miniature housing for the homeless and the mentally ill who are homeless. So, all right, no more. I'm done talking.